Hello, good morning. It's 11 a.m. on Saturday, November 4th, 2023. Best laid plans, good grief. Okay, I have audio confirmation. And just before the show started, I was looking at the graphics spectrum analyzer. Thank you, Jim. I keep trying to remember. That keeps skipping my memory what you said for that. Spectrum analyzer. And I realized that the microphone was not working when I first went to look at it. So I went and made that change again to control whether the NVIDIA or the default sound reduction thing was going to be in charge. So I found that the microphone is working when I choose the NVIDIA, but not the default. Or is it the other way around? It's so weird. I mean, one times it works one way and the other times it works another way. Right now it's on default rather than NVIDIA. Now, before the show started, I found that when I switched to NVIDIA, it's not picking up my voice at all. I'm going to try doing that again. I'm going to switch to NVIDIA right now and see if that mutes me. You didn't hear me say, yes, I'm muted, because I was muted. And you probably heard that background sine wave hiss. And at the moment, the sine wave hiss is kind of quiet, but it looks to me like it's there. So you should be hearing me now. I'm going to check it myself and see. Yep, you are hearing me. So, yeah. Does anybody know somebody that's good with computers that could help me with this stuff? Yeah, not serious. Spectrum analyzer. Yeah, Chris. I'm going to take a quick look at chat, then we're going to get right to Tony Wallow. Tony Wallow is one of the items on the list today. He's in Zoom with me, and I'm connected remotely to his computer. So we're going to get straight to him pretty quickly, but I'm going to run through chat right quick. Boss, hello. Greg Guy, morning. Ken Stout, dropping off Miss Daisy. Alice says, great trader. Greg Guy. Tony Wallow with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Tony. Rick Lakes, Brian Lightfoot. If you're looking for books in the library about oil, you'll find them in the non-friction section. Dennis got his Fortnite situation fixed with his graphics card by putting in a spare NVIDIA graphics card. And he says Epic has removed that join server they tweeted about, or that join a server queue. Hello's between the peoples. And let's see, have I mentioned everybody's names? I think. There's Tony Sinvicious, Jonathan, scanning through quickly to get the show on the road. Ida Rivera, hello. Selden Ball's there. 40 degrees for Rick Lakes. Happy weekend, CFWW. Keep going. DVR good. AVDVR good from Tony. Greg Guy. Just waiting for my son to return so I can change his oil and filter. Pebbles, hello, Pebbles. Pebbles must be an approved user because Pebbles is not a moderator yet, but I think I added Pebbles as a approved user. Perhaps that's what it was. Do we know Pebbles as some other name as well? Whoops, get through here. Still waiting for you to come over and clean the inside of my windshield between those two. Speedy, hello. Wintermute, Rand Israel, LOL, yeah, you. What did I skip? John Williams, Chris Garrett. Official Tim Tech, good with computers. Thanks for that tip. Tim Sowell, Jonathan Zavimanor. People saying hellos to each other. I think you are in subs only mode, actually. No, actually, it's even more severe than that. Not subs only, but approved users. So subscribe. It's not enough to be a subscriber. You have to be an approved user. It's more severe than subs only. I got an approved user badge in my mail today. Greg Guy, looks like we both should be doing work on our cars. Translation, responsible adults. Okay, so let's go over and bring Tony in Zoom. Let's see. So I got a few adjustments to make. Tony, be ready to mute your YouTube audio. I'm going to turn on my camera in Zoom and change the Zoom speakers to be same as system, and then unmute.
Let's see.
There he is. I'm hearing Tony. Hello, Tony. And now Tony can hear me through Zoom because I just unmuted my microphone in Zoom. Hello, Tony.
Yeah, wait a minute. Trying to log. Wait a minute.
Just brought
I don't know. I'm
briefly.
having. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and I'll get
I got a low volume on my end.
Okay. Let's see. You're hearing me low volume?
I'm not sure. I don't know if it was one of the settings or I don't know. Just.
All right. Let's see. As far as your Zoom volume, that should be your system volume.
Okay,
Zoom itself doesn't have a volume slider.
Setting in here somewhere. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Okay, wait a minute. Oh. No. I'm not sure.
Winter Mute reports that he hears you.
Okay, now I can hear you. You were low, but okay. I guess it was something on the phone. I'm not too great. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to bring the audience up to speed. Rand Israel says we both sound okay.
Okay.
And so that's good to go. I'm going to go back to our communications from a few days ago.
Yeah.
And let's see, I might be needing to block your email address when I go look at this. Let's see. Nope, this doesn't show your email address. So I'm going to bring this up on screen.
Okay.
For the viewers, this is the email that Tony sent me. This update keeps crashing. This cumulative update for October 2023, and it's this number ending with 1356, failed to install on October 25th. I want to point out that this email came to me on October 25th. That date is going to be important to remember. It's going to come up again in the conversation. So when I received this, I went and did a little research, and I'm going to show some of the research I did. And I thought that from that research, I had a solution. Well, this morning, there's an even better solution.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk through the things that I saw, because there are some lessons and some valuable instructional content there. So here's a first. Let's see this. Yeah, here's one of the search results. If Windows 10 patch Tuesday update 1356 fails to install, here's what to do. And Microsoft said there's been an issue with a known issue rollback.
Yeah.
And their instructions in here, which we're not going to do this, was to open a command prompt and then use this DISM online cleanup image restore health, wait for it to completely, then search for updates again. Now, we're not going to go that direction, but that's what was available at that time. We're not going that direction because there's a more current solution. Let's see, now this one here was also that same one, and then Google search I originally did was this. Clicking onto the next tab, how to fix 1356 fails to install on Windows 10. See what this one was about. Could be attributed to several factors. I think this one was kind of generic and was not very specific to this issue at all. And there was only one or two that were specific to this issue. I'm not going to go read through all of those, but I just want to point out that you can scan through the results quickly and see if they seem to fit. Now, this one was regarding 1356, but it was a different error number than what Tony was having. And the solutions, let's see down here, this error can be found, Windows Update, fix. Oh, this was known issue rollback. So they were also using that known issue rollback where we use the DISM cleanup image. Again, we're not going that way. Then for YouTube videos, when I search for those, I find these three seemed like they would be useful, but this first one was the only one that was remotely on point, and it actually did deal with 1356. This one was more generic, really wasn't specific to 1356 at all. This one from Cyber CPU Tech, which he does great videos, but that was from 2 months ago. So that was obviously not regarding this update. Then let's move on here. Here is the Microsoft Update catalog, and I've used a search here that narrows it down to two choices, and we don't want the dynamic cumulative update. We want the cumulative update for Tony's computer. When Tony first asked me about this, I did go look in here, and it was different than it shows today. And that's the difference that happens from my research on it today. Now, it didn't just change today, but I only discovered the change today. So when I go into package details, I find that this update has been replaced by the following updates. So this update ending in 1445 supersedes the one that is problematic with Tony's. The one that's problematic for Tony was last modified October 10th. When I click on this link for this one that replaces it, then this screen changes to show that one, and this one was modified on October 26th. This is where I said pay attention to that date of Tony's email. It was October 25th. So this was last modified on October 26th. It doesn't necessarily mean that it became available in the catalog on October 26th. So this is the one that we're going to want to install. Now, when we go look at package details on this one and look at this update replaces the following updates, we should find 1356 in this list. I think it'll be at the bottom. Nope, not at the bottom. Can I make that window bigger? I don't think so. 1356 should be in here. Scroll down one click at a time. There it is, 1356. Whoops. Now that DISM will clean up the pending update, and then when you click to search for updates, it's probably going to be the same result as what we're going to get here. Now, I mentioned when I talked about this a few days ago that I wanted to try a different technique. That DSM takes a while to run. So there's a different technique that I don't think will take as long to run. So in pursuing that, what we're going to do is use this different technique that I think will work, and then just search for updates and see if we get this replacement update. And if it goes well, then I think we'll have a fairly quick result. So I'm coming back to your computer now, Tony, bringing it up on screen. And I'll minimize the chat window. Now, because of the difference in resolution, I'm going to show those thick bars on the side.
That's fine.
Bobby Warren is in Zoom. Hello, Bobby. I'm going to ask you to mute yourself and just stand by for a little bit. So then I clicked on the Windows button and then update settings.
Right.
And then see what we've got here. That's 23H2 is ready for you.
Yeah.
Here's this 1716 update history. See if that failed update is still showing here. It's not showing here. 1716. Let me go back and remind myself the number of the replacement is 1445. Has that already installed? I don't see that there.
I think so.
And this,
Probably that's
yeah, let's go ahead and install this one, then we'll do a new search for updates. And
there it is. There it is.
Oh, here we go.
Error.
And 70643. I'm going to go take a look and see if that's the same one that you emailed me. Do you already know that?
No, I'm not sure what the number was.
No, I'm looking at the number on another screen here. It's not the same number. Okay. Well, the other technique that I wanted to try was this, going into advanced options and, oh, the pause limit has been reached. We can't pause any further.
Oh.
So I think we're going to need to go do that DISM technique. Now, however, another option is to step right into the 23H2, because then that's going to put you in a different update series. It's going to put you in a different, that's not a good word that I just described. So that would be another way for a person to pursue it. But let's go ahead and experience the DISM. It's been quite a while since I've done one of those. My recollection is it's going to take a while.
That's fine.
So I'm going to go to Command and Run as Administrator. Some people do this in PowerShell. One of those instructions was using PowerShell for it. I tend to not use PowerShell unless I really need to, because I'm not quite as comfortable there. Haven't done as much with it, but it's pretty much works the same way. Okay. So I'm going to go pull up that command on another screen here. DISM/online, which means we are refreshing the files of the operating system that is currently up and running. Clean-image /restore health. All right, just before I hit enter there, I'm going to take a quick look at chat, see if somebody's jumping up and down screaming at me about something.
Okay.
Let's see. I see Londog using this pretty much the same command, except at the end he says scan health instead of restore health. DISM is an executable file. Doesn't matter if you're running command or PowerShell from RAN. Agreed.
Okay.
Restore health is probably a better option from Londog. Yep. Nobody jumping up and down screaming at me to do something differently.
Well, there's always a first.
Yeah, how about that? So here's an enter key for you.
Okay.
And the clean image option is unknown. Did I type it wrong?
Oh.
Clean up image. Yeah, I typed it wrong.
Uh-oh.
Nobody screamed about that. Oh, well, people put it correctly into chat. I didn't notice it. I don't know if they noticed that I did it wrong. It's showing us an image version. So this is the part that may take a while to run.
Sure.
So I'm going to bring Zoom up and say hello to people and then go catch up in chat. We'll come back once in a while and check on this screen. Okay.
Sure, no problem.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right. So in my top left corner, I'll say, well, Bobby's talking to somebody else. I'll say hello to William Dawson. Hello, William.
Hello.
Did you have any questions to bring to the table today?
No, just late getting on board.
All right. Good. Thank you much. I'll ask you to mute yourself until you want to speak up. And then Bobby Warren looks like he's available to say hello. Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Doug. I'm on the phone with Apple.
With Apple. All right. Well, go ahead and mute yourself again and stick to that. Then we'll find out later on what you're doing. All right. He's muted. Hello, Prophet Tim Cruz.
Hello, DougBetts. How you doing?
I'm good. Did you have any topics to bring to us today?
Topics.
Don't make one up. Don't make one up.
No, I'm not making one up. Just one. If you remember, we said you wanted to look at how I got my cell booster working, the configurations. I got that available if you like to look at it later.
Your booster. Okay. I got a note here for that. Probably not going to happen today because I have a lot of stuff on the list that I haven't actually talked to the audience about yet. Okay, so go ahead and mute yourself again, please. Darren Gilholm, hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. What time is it for you?
6 in the afternoon.
6 in the afternoon. Okay, well, that's not a hard time for you to be up at all.
Did you have morning.
Did you have any topics to bring to the table today?
Nope, just came and watched to see what's going on.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll also ask you to mute yourself until you want to speak up and say something. Thank you. And then Chris Garrett, hello. Wake up, Chris.
Hello.
Wake up. Oh, there you are.
I got
Hi,
a wireless
Chris.
keyboard. Sometimes that's not a problem today. I just saying sometimes it don't do right.
All right. All right. As in Dudley do right?
Do what?
Oh, you don't go back that far. Some people in the chat room I know recognize the name Dudley Do Right.
Yeah, I heard what you said. I just didn't understand. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because you said something do right. And so that made me think of Dudley Do Right. Or is it Dudley Do Right? Oh, boy.
Doug Do Right.
I just got myself another nickname. Oh, that's going to haunt me, isn't it? All right, Chris is muted. Thank you. Then I'm going to take a quick look at the progress on Tony's computer. We see there it's working on the second graphic of progress. And then here's another one coming in Zoom. We have Josh Kinder. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Doug, what's going on?
Well, we're doing a little live stream here if you didn't already know that. Did you have any topics to bring to the table today?
My Epic game notifications keep coming up even though I turned them off. I don't want to get notifications by Epic.
All right, you've just had a total breakup with Epic Games, and you don't want them talking to you anymore. All right, I've got a note for that, and if we have time, we'll come back to that. Can you mute yourself until you have something to talk about?
Yeah.
Thank you. Or I can mute you if I see you're stepping away. Yeah, all right, so I got it muted. Then I can look over to my right and see the progress on that computer. So here I'm looking at chat. Yeah, scan health was a waste of time because I think what we're actually doing here is restoring health instead of just checking health. It's a difference between those two terms. What this does is put everything back in alignment. Clean image should be clean up image. Yeah, Wintermute recognized my mistake. Even over to Jim, I did not get it also at the time 22H2 got out. I also did not get it, and I had to install it from the ISO setup for the upgrade. Martin Hogg, full of potential problems, so I've decided to keep customer on Windows 11 and not install the M.2 drive. Also, BIOS does not detect that drive. Neither does msconfig. Thanks all. Wow, that's kind of a surprising response. Because, let's see, at one point he had the M.2. Didn't he have it accessible at some point? He had it installed. Was it seen? Yeah, it seems to me like it was showing up in disk management. Full of potential problems. So just maybe there's other problems he hasn't told us about yet or that I don't know about. I've decided to keep customer on Windows 11. Oh, was that what? Were you trying to actually downgrade to Windows 10? I don't remember that. Not install the M.2 drive. So it's sticking with the 58 gigabytes of total disk space, 50 something. BIOS does not detect that drive either, neither does msconfig. Well, there might be a BIOS update might be available for that. And I did see in the specifications that it allowed for a 256 gigabyte M.2, which is, I believe, what that was. No, it wasn't. Wait a minute. Was it bigger? I did come across the specifications. Maybe that your M.2 was too large for the specifications. Anyway, we'll look at that later if you decide to look at that anymore, but it sounds like maybe you've decided to stop. Hello, Oystein, Jonathan, Ran Israel. Question for Doug and everyone. Do users of Home Edition have the logoff exe file in the Windows System 32? Intriguing. I'll wait to see if people respond to that. I do have the virtual computers up. This is Windows 10 Pro, but I do have Windows 10 Home right here. I could go ahead and turn it on. Let's see, start it. Hopefully that's not going to mess up the stream. It might, but we know that I live dangerously. Bloody hell from Jim.
In Jersey?
Say again, Tony?
I said you lived in Jersey?
Richard Rogers says hello to people. And then, let's see, Lawn Dog Martin Hogg, you are kind of getting at what I was trying to explain about the way machine deals with external drives, something to that effect last time we were working on that machine. There are a lot of things to explore and figure out. Jim laughing at something. There's some hellos between people. Lawn Dog says he's getting those same pop-ups from Epic Games. They're buried, their advertisement somewhere in the system. I bet it's not going to be easy to disable. You know what? Let's do a quick. Josh is there. Let me go quick here, Josh. Just watch my screen, sure. Josh. For Josh, yeah. Down in the bottom right corner where your notifications are, click on that, then come up to notification settings, and then scroll down through here looking for Epic Games. See if you have anything Epic Games or Fortnite in here where you can just turn off the notifications for that. The other possibility, if it's in your browser, I'm going to wait to hear back from Josh as to if he checked that. Zavi Minor to Jim. I don't. Let's see. Josh, give me a thumbs up if you heard that and you're checking on that. Just a visual thumbs up.
I'll be back. I was setting up my monitor. I was putting the YouTube stream on the other monitor.
Okay, thank you. Go. All right, go ahead and mute again. Zavita Jim, do know if it is because the bypass, I did see anything about it in the web. I'm going to need to let them do their conversation because I'm not sure what that was about. Oh, all right, we got something on Tony's computer. How do we? Let's go back here to the DOS window. Operation completed successfully. 100%. Okay, then we'll exit from that prompt. All we get here is ability for retry on that one. Oh, there's another instruction advice from the Microsoft community that I did not show before we went down this direction. So if we still get a failure, we'll be going to that other direction. Oh, there it is. And 0643. So this is not the same update. Let's go look at update history. Here's 2310. That's an update. That does not say cumulative. So we are not showing a 23-10 cumulative update successful.
No, it's just twice that one.
No.
Oh. Like I said, it's probably the same one that, I don't know, it's the same scenario.
Perhaps. Let me go. I'm going to go show the other advice from the Microsoft community because that was of interest. So I'll bring that up on the screen here. I didn't show the Google search I did for this, but this one was a Windows Update error with this error number, and that's the error number that Tony's getting. I'm going to go confirm that to make sure I didn't get to another screen. Yeah, see here the F0922. And come back to here, F0922. This is from Silver Rob. Explain, whoops, I didn't want to click on that. I just clicked on his name. Recent auto updates installing failed Windows remove files. Here's that error code. He's saying this is what he got. I thought possibly due to .NET Framework. And scrolling down, we find that Microsoft agent moderator giving a method 1, check your internet connection. Make sure you're connected to the internet. Wow, that'd feel pretty silly if that was what was wrong with it. And then check .NET Framework. This is the one that winds up working for Rob. And then this method number 3, turn your firewall off. When I look through this, my routine is to go look at the replies, find out if the person who originally had the problem actually got a solution from that. Now, this one from Martha is somebody else reporting they're getting an error. And is that even the same one? 922. Yeah, this person is reporting the same error. And they had some questions about the system reserve partition. I'm going to skip over that because it really wasn't on point. And this one was more information replying to Martha about the system reserve partition. We get down here a bit further and find, where is Rob? Am I in the right place? Oh, here. Hi, Rob. Yeah, this is another, that same reply to Rob that showed at the top of this list. And somehow this was quicker to get to Rob's response. Last time I was looking at this. Anyway, Rob wound up reporting that method number 2 solved it for him. So we'll go take a look at that on Tony's computer. And to do that, we'll just click on the Windows button and then Windows Features. We get a search result, turn Windows Features on or off. And what the advice is to turn on, put a check mark in everything regarding .NET Framework. When I looked at my computer, I found it was kind of similar to Tony's. There was one item for .NET Framework that was selected, and actually there's another click box here. So there's more items here. I'm going to come back and look at that advice again. Check any boxes related to .NET Framework and save selection. Now, before I actually click to do this, I'm going to go see if anyone's yelling at me in the chat room about this. Because they do like to yell at me, don't they?
I've noticed.
So, yeah, these two highest levels, they both are .NET Framework. So does that mean the advice is to select everything, all of these child items for .NET Framework? I am not real eager about to do that. Now, it could be just this .NET Framework 3.5 that may be the missing piece, or even this .NET 4.8, but not these individual services. I'm inclined to check this one. And these are Windows Communication Foundation HTTP activations. They'll kind of seem unlikely. I'm most attracted to this one. Maybe take all of these. So I'm going to go see what people in chat are talking about, because I'm sure we have people in this community that are more intelligent about this level of stuff. So here I'm going to bring chat room back up. 1124 is where I left off. Let's see, that must be the Dudley Do Right link. So I'm not going to go to that right now, but thank you, Dennis. It's in subs only for 20 minutes. I don't think you have chat for approved users. Oh, interesting. Let's go take a look and see, because I can see that right here on edit. And then I think it's on this screen, playlist audience. No, because I think this is actually changeable during the show. Let's see, hold all inappropriate. hold all comments. No, this isn't chat. This is comments, right? Ah, here. Live commentary. That's the one that means I have to approve them first. So, oh, you know what? I probably I didn't get that because I changed that to be the default for Windows Daily. But for today's show, I'd start with the configuration from last Saturday. So that's probably why that did not automatically take effect today. So now you should be seeing a message in chat about that change I just made. Thank you, Francois. Do right bets. Okay. Dennis, log off, yes, but not in System 32 folder. I want to try to get, yeah, here's the messages about live commentary, looking to see if anybody's given advice specifically about .NET. If you tick 3.5 boxes, it's meant to fix it, yet I found it doesn't work. Okay. Just scanning over these. I'm not saying anything more specific. So let's try that 3.5.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
What was that? A wait? Who's that?
That was Gary.
Okay, hello, Gary. Go ahead.
You
Hi,
don't
Gary.
need 3. There's no updates that need .NET 3.5 unless you're running programming languages like Visual Studio. We have it on no machines.
Okay. You have on no machines.
Yeah, it is. We don't use it.
Okay, so are you saying there is nothing that needs it because that's your experience in your office?
Multi-thousand machines, yes.
Yeah, multi-thousand machines, but do you have all different brands and makes, all different hardware configurations that somebody might have?
Personally, I have different machines at the home business and at the home. So 3 different sets of machines. You need 4.8 and you need ASP.NET. You don't need 3.5 .NET.
Well, we can always go back and turn it off if it doesn't solve the problem. The Microsoft...
excuse me. I checked. The error you're getting, though, it's not an update. It's actually a permission. It looks like it's a permission error on one of the folders that it needs.
Okay, can you put some link about what you're finding? But since we can turn around and uninstall that, and since this is the advice from that Microsoft community, and one of the persons complaining about the problem said, "Thank you, that fixed my problem," I'd like to try this.
Go for it.
All right. I think I've said hello to everybody. Now, since we can go back and unselect everything that we choose now, the other option is we could just go put them all, choose them all, and if we don't have a solution to the problem, then we go back and turn around and take them off.
I would recommend that .NET, the ASP.NET 4.8 that's not checked.
You are attracted to that one. Okay.
That one you need. I don't know why it's not checked.
Okay, so this .NET framework, we can select just this parent level without the sub-levels. That's interesting. That's not...
Well, no, the 3.5 and the 4.8 are separate.
Understood that. That's not my point.
Right.
When we came into here, this .NET 3.5 was unselected. Usually when we have these hierarchy of boxes, if you select the top level box, that would automatically check everything below it. And it's not doing that here. So that's just a different behavior in a hierarchical structure. So here we're trying those two. We got that one and that one. Windows needs files from Windows Update to finish installing some features. Let Windows download the files for you. We'll click on that. Hello to Sin Vicious. He's connecting to audio.
Oh.
Give him a minute.
Sure.
Oh, I got to bring chat up on another screen. I'm clearly not going to be reading every chat message today out loud. So I'm scanning through to see what I need to catch.
Mm-hmm.
Lundog, I think it's pretty safe to run a virtual machine with what you're doing in your machine currently, mostly relying on QEMM to keep everything separated. Yeah, right.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah, Gary.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you have the cumulative preview on your machine?
If it requires a seeker mentality to get it, then no.
The reason I ask is we have found that anybody that has the preview is not getting the 23 update, and we've been told until Tuesday. Don't know if that's true.
Well, as I'm looking at my updates now, I have it displayed on YouTube. Shows me 23H2 is available for me. Then I'll go look at update history. And you were asking if I had the preview for...
If you did the cumulative update previews, if you get the previews, the people that seem to have previews are not getting the 23 update yet.
All right. No, I don't see any previews listed in my update history. And my only recollection of ever seeing them is being offered for me to download it as a seeker and install it before it comes to general release or broad release, I guess we'll use that term.
At work, we have users, even though they're not supposed to, they call tech support for their personal computers. I mean, kind of try to sneak it in. It's like, wait a minute, we don't use that. And
so here,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. You done there? Yeah, I'm back on Tony's computer now. That update attempt completed. Let's see, was that the updated? No, that was the changing those, installing those .NET items is what we just finished. So then we'll retry this update. Nope.
No.
Okay, so that now, as far as the things that I had found in my searches, the only thing we haven't done is just to take that advice completely to the end level, which I'm bringing that up again. Here's what it said: check any boxes related to .NET Framework and save the selection. So anything related to .NET Framework. Let's see, what was that? Windows features. I bet features alone would be enough to get it to show up in search.
Okay.
So all of these sub-items are related to .NET Framework because they are sub-items. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of the sub-items. And it's easy enough for us to return Tony's computer back to the way it was because we know the way that it was to begin with. And if it doesn't work, one thing that we are proving once again is that the search results we find in Google that work for somebody else may not work for me. And your results may vary is always a theme. Continuing looking at chat. This is that conversation that was going on regarding a log off, I think. So I have Windows updates to do yet, maybe sometime next week. Anyone running 11 Home Edition that can check for that log off? I was just distracted with thinking of another option for Tony's computer. Ran Israel, my selections are the same as Tony's current. I was answering Doug's question. If you tick 3.5 boxes, it's meant to fix it. I found it doesn't work. Z backslash, is that? That's not V minor, is it? Alias Tepe, hello. Now you're in the desired mode. In regards to people that can chat. For my reasons, please see earlier post. Whoops, wrong keyboard. So I highlighted Martin's name. 1136 is where I am. Control F, Control V, and then search backwards. I have a question. If I remove all possible links to Bing in Windows 11 22H2, will they all be re-enabled by Microsoft in next version 23H2 is installed, if next version is installed? All possible links to Bing. Yeah, they would be re-enabled. I would expect. I can't say that I know that for sure. What are you trying to accomplish? What is your objective? You want to make everything default to some other browser other than Edge? What is possible links to Bing? What are you referring to as links to Bing? Are you referring to Edge coming up when you click on a link?
No, what happens is when they change versions from like 118 to 119, they revert back to the search engine being Bing instead of Google.
Oh, so it's the search engine he's after.
I'm assuming it does change. I've noticed that personally. And the company does. We default to Google. So if you call with an issue for having searching, we're all on the same page.
So, but when you get an update, then you have to, a Windows update, you have to change your search engine to Google?
Well, no, Edge gets updated at least once a week now. And if they go from 118, a whole bunch of numbers, to 119, they usually go back to Bing. If they don't stay at 118, so far has not been changing.
Oh, okay. You were referring to a version number for Edge.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So just because there may be people watching that don't know where to go for that, I'm just going to go look and try to show what you're describing. Let's see if I go down to help and feedback and then about Microsoft Edge.
Next one
the
down,
version number here. So at what level on these version numbers, you're saying the change will cause it to revert back to Bing?
Yeah, usually each one it changes the first three.
The first three. So if you get an update to Edge and it goes from 119 to 120, that would revert your search engine in Edge back to what Microsoft wants you to use, which is Bing.
That is what we have found.
Okay. All right. Good info.
Got a couple of quickies if you have a second about Windows 11 23.2.
Let's take a quick look at Tony's computer first because it is ready. It's because we might get another step here to go to. Windows completed the requested changes. That was adding those additional .NET items. Now, also after all these changes, we probably ought to restart the computer if this fails again, because we haven't done any restarts. It hasn't prompted us to, but my experience has said sometimes you need to go ahead and do a restart. So here we've got this failed again. And another next step that I'm inclined to go to is just the basic Windows troubleshooter, since we've made a bunch of changes to a system so far. Now, if a person were wanting to just cut their losses and get moving on with life, the thing that I would really do is update to 23H2, because that's probably going to solve that by stepping around it essentially. Now, when I restart Tony's computer, the remote control session will automatically reconnect. Okay. Now, go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, I was bringing up two things. I was asking kind of a question if anybody else has went to 23.3. Now, we have not at work yet, but my granddaughter put all of our home businesses to it. And when you do Windows Update, as in every morning, it will update maybe a virus and stuff. It does not clear that out. It says completed each time you do it a second time. That's the one bug we found.
It does not clear out what?
If you do check Windows Update right now,
yeah,
download something, it says, oh, okay, you got an update.
Yeah.
It'll install it and it'll say completed. It doesn't clear it. So if you do it again, tomorrow, it'll download something else and you'll have 3 completed. They'll actually show up continuously.
So the same update keeps showing up?
Yeah, like you're trying to re-download it. It still works, but it doesn't clear.
Oh, well, I think I've seen evidence of that, and I think I could demonstrate that and give my opinion about what I think is happening, because I think I understand what you're saying, and I've seen the same thing where if you look in your update history, you'll see the same update number installed sequentially on multiple days. Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. If you go to Windows Update, click Update to Seek, or even when you reboot, it does an update automatically. Windows checks every time you reboot. I mean, that's in Windows Task Scheduler.
Okay.
So if you check for updates, it'll update. It might download the antiviruses, the latest ones.
Yeah.
And it'll install them. They'll say completed, and it'll have the same number. You're right. The KB number will be the same, but the version of the virus definitions will be different.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking.
But when you go to the latest and greatest, it'll start showing these up like they didn't complete. It'll say completed, but they'll still stay up when you click check updates on some machines. No idea why.
All right. Well, I'm showing my update history for my security intelligence updates, and I'm seeing the same KB number.
Yeah, but installed. I'm sorry to interrupt. No, I'm talking when you do it at the update, check for updates. When you do that, it stays there.
Oh, every time you click updates, even if you just installed it, it still appears as needing to be installed?
No, it comes up and says, like they'll keep saying, like if you get an update right now, it'll say installed, completed, and then you click it again, it'll stay right there. It doesn't clear that screen. Okay.
All right, so here I've got one installing right now.
Correct.
Okay, and it finished and it disappeared from this screen.
Now, if you do check updates again, it'll come back. That's the only issue we have seen so far. Oh, and there's one other issue. If you use a home account,
okay, but what you were describing did not occur for me.
You're not on 23.2.8 yet.
Oh, you're just saying that's on 23H2 is where you're having that. That's why I'm saying
if anybody, but it'll show right there. It'll show it just again.
Okay, got you. I understand what you're saying. All right.
Anyway, 2 quick things I wanted to tell on 22H2. One is if you use a local account, you will not get Copilot until you sign in with a local administrator. And we've been told that, or excuse me, a Microsoft account, and we've been told that by Microsoft. Or a server account.
Okay, if you're using a local account on Windows 11, you won't get Copilot until you sign in with an admin account, even if your local account has admin rights?
No, until you sign in with a Microsoft account or a server account.
Or a server account. You won't get Copilot. Okay.
Home user will not get it on the taskbar on 23H2.
All right.
Without hitting Microsoft first.
All right.
And I got a quickie. Everybody's talking about OBBE.
Yeah, out-of-box experience.
Yeah, the easiest way. There's 2 things, if you don't mind. One is for all your U.S. folks, and I know it works with UK because we have a couple of people in UK. Believe it or not, working remotely right now. Anyway, if you install it fresh, you use the language UK or US, works fine. You use the language for the region as world, English world. And you don't get like Spotify, Pandora, and all that crap. And then when you go to come in, they tell you to put an email down. You put no at thankyou.com.
Okay. I have heard that kind of advice.
Yep. And that's actually coded in, I've been told, from somebody that actually is a developer at Microsoft, and any password. And it goes on, you get a clean install, and you don't get any crap. You don't even get, I don't even think you get solitaire.
Okay.
Because remember, that's a world region, and worlds have different, digital rights stuff.
Okay.
On this one, I would go to 23H2, to be honest with you. It's been way too much time.
Well, yeah. I mean, for productivity purposes, if it was a client's computer, yes, I would have done that. I would not be trying to go this distance on Tony's computer. But because we are technicians here and learning things and seeing things, it's if nothing else, it's a way to confirm that, yeah, if you face this kind of problem, go ahead and go to the next version if that's an option available. It wouldn't always be an option that's available. In this case, it is. So here we're back at Tony's computer. Let's see what we get now.
Hey, Doug, one last question about this error. Has it re-downloaded, not tried to reinstall it?
Let's see. I don't think so, because we have not done any of the methods that clears out what has already been downloaded.
To be honest, I would go that route first.
Yeah,
it may take up to download.
Yeah, really the reason why I went this direction is I want to see if postponing updates would do it, because when I postpone updates, what happens next, I've done postpone updates many times when there's a problem with an update, and then when I want to resume updates, I have to click on check updates, and it's always been what I've noticed is that it does a new check for updates and downloads the update that previously I wanted to avoid. So I thought that would be a way for us to do this, but Tony was already exceeded his allowable postponement allotment, which was that was something that I got distracted a little while ago. I said I was thinking about something else about Tony's computer, and that was exactly what it was. I thought when you go to postpone updates, it's typically about 5 weeks, and then I've had times when I go back and postpone again. So Tony, are you at your microphone? Have you previously postponed updates on this computer during this issue that's going on?
No, not really.
No? All right. So that was just odd to me that we weren't able to do that. Now, does the update troubleshooter, I don't think it actually deletes pending updates that have already been downloaded, does it? Anyone give me a confirmation on that? I think you got to go jump through some more hoops for that. I am so far behind on chat.
Lots of hoops.
Yeah, you're saying lots of hoops. That's kind of my aversion to it, because it seems like it's not quick. I'm punching over to chat. Give me a moment to try to scan through these. MS communities are a waste. Yeah, Greg, I typically agree with that. Sometimes it works though, so I do look at them. Previews installed. I have previous on both computers. One updated Surface Pro. Let's see. Pausing the stream, going to nap from Dennis. Offer not good, all 50 states. Not understanding, needing meeting passwords. Sin Vicious. Well, Sin Vicious, you actually got in. You actually got all the way in. You didn't need the password to get in. Let's see. Lawn Dog to Doug. Pursuing an answer for Josh and myself about the Epic Games notification. I believe they have a relatively easy to do resolution, but he may need some assistance. Z is Mark Seward. That name sounds familiar. Thank you, Mark. Employees on their home PCs call the company tech support. From Gary to Brian. There's just a lot of very stuff I'd like to read through better, but I'm just don't have time. Bing dominant search engine, changed to Google, but it's not supported. Well, not supported by Microsoft, supported by Google, so it works. Possibility that Microsoft held back updates for this model machine. Well, if so, then the update shouldn't get downloaded if there's a block for this machine for the update. Yeah, they were talking about blocks on Windows Weekly recently, but it shouldn't. That update shouldn't even download to the computer if it's blocked. William Dawson, I have the same thing happening on my computer where an update shows completed, but we'll try to install it over and over again. William Dawson, is that Windows 11 23H2? Because that's where Gary was reporting that problem. Alias Tepe has got this update. If that's a security update, that's not of concern. And I didn't finish explaining that. Whoops, wrong keyboard. On security updates, you will see the same one, the same number over and over. I'm going to collapse the quality updates, go to definition updates, and you see the same KB number over and over and over. The version number is changing though. So they're just updating the definitions and using that same KB number. So that's totally normal and okay. You're okay, I'm okay. I know you're disagreeing with that, some of you, but whatever. The point being, Microsoft will hold back updates on some machines. Just suggesting doing a fresh install is a workaround. No, not a fresh install. Doing that update to the 23H2, not a fresh install. And that was one of the responses that came in my Google searching, is in the YouTube videos. Is one of them just their solution to fixing it was a fresh install. It's not fixing it. That's aborting, giving up. Copilot has some oddities when it comes to its usage without a Microsoft account. ASP.NET is not for you, as you're not web developers. It's another push for people to have a Microsoft account. MS Paint, the bug in the link. The bug in the link. What? Windows, you're up to date. Security Intelligent, antivirus, bug in the link. I don't get what that's about. We were talking about that broad designation recently. What did that even do? The bug in the link. Was it that somebody was claiming the word broad was a bug? It's not a bug. That's a channel definition that is sent out to everybody. We went and looked that up. So I don't know, Zvi, what you're referring to there. Does this machine have an easy way to access a hard drive? Suggest pulling it, setting aside, getting a fresh drive, and try this installation experiment. For this update? No, I don't want to do that. I don't think it's even called for at this point. Too much other stuff to do. The 23H2 in particular. Yeah, the software distribution folders where those downloads, updates are stored. USO client, start interactive scan USO client. I don't know what that is in reference to. Is he talking about the issue that I'm working on, or is that a conversation with someone else? Greg M. Yeah, the software distribution folder, we can't just go delete the files in there, but it seems to me like there's a whole bunch of other stuff that is advised and recommended as well. All right. I'm caught up on chat, right? 12:02. Yes, good. Now, back to Tony's computer. then also another direction that can be gone, we could go to here is just download that update and install it manually. Now this one here, this error that we're getting, it's not actually the update that Tony originally reported as the problem. We actually haven't seen that update today, have we? There are some problems installing updates. This doesn't even complain about a particular KB number. Now, Gary, you were talking about something you were saying that was a rights error message.
I'm not sure that's the same number that you showed earlier in the week.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. This is a different error that we're getting now. It is not showing that same KB number. That
I spoke
KB
out of turn.
Pardon?
I spoke out of turn about this number.
Oh, about this error message?
Yeah, I was talking about the one earlier in the week.
Oh, okay. That it was a rights issue. Okay.
Yeah, but have you tried the troubleshooter? Just that?
No, we haven't. So we should go there. Troubleshooting Windows Update problems. That's help from the web. That's not the actual troubleshooter. The troubleshooter here on the left side, troubleshoot, and then recommended troubleshooting. Asked me before. I want to select view troubleshooting history, additional troubleshooters. And it's been so long since I've done one of these. Get up and running. Windows Update. So here's additional troubleshooters, Windows Update. Because this goes through and does a whole bunch of things in trying to resolve update problems. So that has not been done yet. Tony, you didn't try that, did you? Let's see. Tony's not muted.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah. Had you tried the update troubleshooter?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so we're running that now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then let's see, back here, Lundog says, this arsenal of tools, there's been a reset of Microsoft updates, been around for years. Show the script to do the reset so you don't have to do it manually. Maybe a possibility we may need to try this reset script. I'm kind of inclined to just go with that 23H2 because we've done a fair amount of stuff already. If you check update again, the line completed remain. If you check update again, the line completed remain. Is that what he was referring to with this link that he gave earlier? Oh, wrong keyboard. Let's see. There. If you check update again, the line completed remains. Oh, is he talking about the bug that Gary was reporting with Windows 11 23H2 where you do the update and then if you check again, it just what stays on the screen is that the update is completed? Is that what was happening, Gary?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that is what was happening.
So Zvi is explaining if you check the update again, the line completed remaining. Now, is that the link that he gave me here? You're up to date.
It stays up there.
This. Okay. I get it now. This is
if you check again, you'll get the next one, but I mean, if you checked updates, it went away. It's coming back.
Now, so this is just something that's not working right. It's not harming anything, right?
Everything still works. Yep.
Okay. All right. I get it. I thank you, Zvi. I finally understood what you're trying to tell me. Script around a long time, series of commands. Someone took all account, 2 cents worth. Troubleshooter is probably very similar to the one built into Windows. Well, this is built into Windows. The reset tool sorry from a goofy sentence. Gary asking Zvi, seeing it also. Zvi confirms, yes. By the way, bring up a bit old history, failed NVMe drive, tinkered with a long time after discovery sector flaws without going on to much. It's possible we're dealing with a similar situation. Preset data corrupted, rarely accessed. I doubt this is a hard drive issue. One of the things I did do tinker with the drive was put a bunch of data, fill it up, certain amount, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Technical terminology there, yada, yada, yada. Right, okay, so troubleshooter completed. Check for Windows updates issues detected. Got an exclamation mark there, is not clickable. Close the trial. Here's detailed information. Okay, issues found. Check for Windows updates issue detected. Resolve update issues completed. Now, I've seen this before being detected and completed and still not solve the problem that I was pursuing at the time. Potential issues that were checked. So these issues not present. Here's another update issue. Something detected. Now, up here where it says detected and resolved, down here, detected, but there's no resolve immediately under it. Potential issues that were checked, these were not present, and detection details. This first one, I'm looking over at Baby Beast because I can see it better. Is post RC pending updates is false. So that's making me think that that is not a problem. Issue found by automatic corruption repair plugin. See, this doesn't say issue found up here. This one is issue found. And of course, we don't have to look at all these details. It's just my technical curiosity. Problems with bit service. Requested service has already been started. This one, problem with bit service, requested service has already been started. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. It's already started. It was just, I think in its troubleshooting, it probably stops the bit service and then tries to restart it, but something else automatically restarted it, would be my guess. Expanding the publisher details, that's got nothing about updates. I mean, resolving problems. So now clicking next. And then close. So reading all that stuff was just my extra curiosity stuff because I'm a Doug. And then in the upper left corner, go back, wrong mouse. This is back to the troubleshooter. Click Windows Update on the left-hand side. Do a retry. I don't think it's going to work. I think we're going to get the same error. Yeah. As far as that same update, Gary had asked to re-download it. Well, no, it's not showing up in the downloads, and it's not showing up as a recently installed update. This is the one showing it's failed. Oh, there's the KB number. 0716. Did that come up anywhere? Get back here. I'm going to bring back up that Windows Update catalog. Where is it? Here. Here's that original update was 1356. Oh, no, 1356 is the replacement. Oh, now wait a minute. What is going on here? 1356 is the one that Tony was originally having trouble with. 1356. Oh, here's the replacement. 1445. Yeah, so this 1445 hasn't shown up as being installed. Now, it might be that that one's not automatically installing, but it does supersede, meaning if you're having trouble with that 1356, then checking for a more recent one manually in the catalog and then manually installing it may be the solution.
Is this a Windows 10 or 11 machine?
10.
Okay.
So let's see, getting back to his machine. See, neither of those numbers showing up here as installed, so it's not failing to install the 1356, and it has not installed the 1445. The one that we're having trouble with now is this KB 500 1716. Now we might as well go ahead and get the update catalog on Tony's computer. Catalog. Yeah.
I don't mean to keep interrupting you. Can you go back for a second? I apologize.
Go back to what?
The screen you were just showing. Maybe I'm behind.
That shows these updates.
Yes.
On Tony's computer.
Yeah. Look at the first update failed, but look down 2. It succeeded yesterday. Same update.
1716. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Now it failed today. Or excuse me, the first.
This number in 6 in parentheses, I think is the number of times that it failed.
But it did succeed on the first. Why is it still trying, I wonder?
Yeah. That is interesting. Now let's go here. Catalog. We're going to go look up that update and see what we find about it. Catalog.update.microsoft.com. And then, that was KB 500. Was it 1716? Yeah. 1716. Oh. That's curious. 500, 1716. Let's see, can I? No, can't highlight. Oh, that's a May of 2023.
Why did it come again?
Do we have to use parentheses here? Oh, I think we have to use capital letters. I think the KB has to be capitalized. I remember I've come across this problem before. The problem meaning having difficulty coming up with the right search in the catalog. $500. No, it's looking right. It's 716. Yeah, I'm typing that right. Okay, so then I'm going to do. Where would I do this? Okay, I'm going to take this update catalog tab and drag it down lower on the screen. And Alt tab to bring that list of updates back on the screen. Then Alt tab again to get back to the catalog. Drag it down to where I can see the full name. (2023) -05 space update for Windows 10 version 21H2. 21H2. It's an update for 21H2, not 22H2. It's amazing how many times when I start typing something in my notes or typing it like I'm doing now, that I realize something that I didn't notice.
Beth called me and she wants me to emergency for next season. Place to put on the map. Maybe you can
Neither of those are an actual match. Using Windows key R, WinVer, to see what version of Windows this is. Oh, this is 21H2. Is 21H2 even still supported? End of life, Windows 10, 21H2.
I don't think it's supported anymore.
End of servicing June 13th, 2023. So he never got the 22H2 update.
Wow.
Were you aware of that, Tony?
No, I was always stuck on either 21 or I never did get the.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one? Wasn't there like one? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a 22H2. All of these updates here are 21H2.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what, with that, do you have any objections to just doing the 23H2 now?
No.
Because I think, see, 21H2 is no longer supported. So these updates that are trying to install now, Microsoft rightfully assumes that you're on a current version of Windows. Now, how did it not know that you weren't? It's weird. That is weird.
Yeah, but isn't that going to go to a Windows 11?
No. Oh, well, now wait a minute. Oh, that is Windows 11 is ready for you. Oh,
that's why I was asking earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, there is a 22H2 for Windows 10, but there's not going to be a 23H2 for Windows 10. Yeah, I understand now, Gary, why you were asking that earlier, and that I didn't put 2 and 2 together on that.
That's a big jump at one time.
Yeah, that's a big jump. No, I don't like doing that big jump. But what about upgrading to 22H2?
Can we do that?
We could do that. That would be a more sensible thing to do.
Okay.
Now, though, I'm inclined to do that from the Windows Media tool. I don't think we can actually do that as a KB number download.
I don't think you can.
Media creation tool, Windows 10, and there's a lot of activity in chat, so I'm going to get to that right quick here. Let's take a breath and do that now. Upgraded Pfizer, ran Israel, Reddit.com regarding Windows 10, fear of missing out. This update doesn't seem to be available in the catalog. .NET repair tool, worth trying. Yeah, that was before we realized that we're on an unsupported version of Windows 10 right now. Greg noticing it back here. It's not interested in that. 21H2 is end of life. Yeah. That's why it's being blocked or why it's not working. It is on Windows 10, update to 22H2. Yeah, so my earlier comments during this live stream, that on a client's computer I would have just gone ahead to 23H2 without realizing we were on Windows 10 21H2. I would still be okay doing that with a client's computer because I want to get my clients rolled gradually to Windows 11, and so far that's been going pretty well. So I wouldn't have any problem doing that, but I think more appropriate, particularly for Tony, is to make the incremental step to 22 because is 21 Windows 10 21H2 is not supported. So will the upgrade to 23H2, that big of a jump, will it work smoothly? Because Microsoft wasn't expecting you to do that. I think it probably would, but I think it's a little chancy. Tony, do you have an image backup?
No, I don't think so.
All right. In the Microsoft catalog, let's see, update. I'm kind of jumping all around here. I'm looking through these because we're so far behind.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's trying to tell me in the
backup.
Feature update 22, enable package download links. So he's just giving this to me for download link for 22H2. Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, we could use that. Whoops, wrong keyboard. Tony knows every time I hit the wrong keyboard. He sees things happening on his screen. Thank you, Ran Israel. Yeah, so everyone's agreeing with this. Now let's go to Tony's computer and grab that link that Ran Israel gave us by, the way I'll go to it is go to youtube.com/LWTDB/live. That gets us to the chat room. Tony is on Zoom through his phone, I believe.
Turn those off.
And here's that. Yeah, we'll just pause the video there so we don't get that feedback. So here's this
I turned off the speakers.
Say again, Tony?
I turned off the speakers, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. Sign into Reddit. Do we have to sign in to do that download? No, there it is.
There you go.
Okay, I just hit a button real quick to take that off screen. There's nothing private here, is there?
No.
I bring that back on screen? All right. Let's cut it from there and let's go move it somewhere else other than the downloads folder.
Yeah, okay.
Not a big fan of being there. There's a temp folder. Let's just go LWTDB and then right click and paste. I'll right click and now, oh, that's a zip file.
Like
you want to install the following Windows updates. Okay. Oh, that is KB5015684. I'm going to go put that on another screen here to go look at it while it's installing. KB5015684. Okay. And then answer yes. Installation complete. Restart your computer for updates to take effect. Oh, I didn't mean to have that blurred. All right, so that'll probably take a little while to run. And it's no point in showing my Log Me and Rescue Technician screen. So here's that KB number. and search.
I know that. That's
Yeah, that doesn't come up either in the update catalog. So apparently there are KB numbers that don't show up in the update catalog.
yeah.
I know I've had difficulty finding some in the past, so that might be an explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go take a little detour here to show everybody something that I have on today's topics that I'm requesting assistance with. I mentioned last week about the training course and courses that I'm working on as the next development for my online business to try to move my income more to online rather than local clients. You might have to refresh your page for this video to see this link, because I only put in this link shortly before the show started. This is a beta test of remote support frustration survey. So this link takes you to a survey, and what I'm asking for is for some of you to beta test this for me. This is not the actual survey that I'm going to be putting out in a week or two. When you click on that, it's going to take you to this survey. These few paragraphs explain about the course that I'm working on. It'll show the email address that it's going to be sending as part of this survey. This survey requires that you use a signed in Google email address. I'm not going to be doing anything with your email address untoward. So if you're still sensitive about that and don't want to send it, then just don't click submit at the end of the survey. You can still go through the survey and see what it is comprised of. Now, you have to click on the checkbox, recognizing that your email address is going to be sent. If you don't click on that, the next button won't work. These are all required questions in here. So when you click on next, it takes you to asking this question about how many times you provide support, and then how much of your work week is on support. And there's 2 pages of questions like these. The user description of the problem was misleading. Is that rarely or usually or often? That's the way this survey goes. When you get to the end of the survey, there's an option to email your responses to yourself. And after that, there's another option to see the statistics that have compiled so far, to see what other people are answering those questions if you're curious about it. So that is end of the commercial from our sponsor today. And I'm back to chat. You'll find that link in the description on those available topics for today. Let's see, where was I at?
Well, finished rebooting.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Tony. The church shoots a lot of holes, Microsoft. The church? This church? Oh, I'm going to move on. Wintermute, what is this one? Featured update. By using an enablement package. 5684. Is that what we just did? Yeah, it was. Okay, so apparently I'm caught up here. So I click the launch remote session. So we've got Outlook opening up in the background. Take that off for a moment. Oh, Microsoft whoops, wrong button. Microsoft respects your privacy. Do I get any LOLs in chat on that? Diagnostic data. Going next. Let's take this off screen. Getting better together. Do you want to send optional data about Outlook to Microsoft? I usually choose no. Is that okay with you, Tony?
That's fine. However you want to.
All right. Then accept that. Adjust your connected experiences. Got a link to go to. I'm going past that. So apparently this version upgrade includes some other prompts to go through. Welcome to the new Outlook. We'll say not interested. You can always go to the new Outlook later. There's this, well, I guess I was not interested in seeing those. Here's a switch to turn that off. I don't have that on screen right now because we don't need to examine that to see if there's anything sensitive. So here we're back at your desktop. You go to Update Settings, wrong keyboard. And again, Update Settings, just my habit. That's how I get into updates. Oh, this isn't a happy thing. Windows R, let's take WinVer. Did we get updated? 22H2. So we are 22H2. We're still being offered Windows 11. That makes sense.
Right.
And here, let's see if we still get the same retry. I think we will. Oh, we got something going on?
Yeah.
Look, I'm hitting the wrong keyboard again.
Looks like net framework something and the cumulative.
Let's see, I don't. Oh, 1356. Here's that 1356. That's the one that you originally were having trouble with. I'm going back to confirm that it was the 1356. Yes, that's the one.
Oh, shoot.
It makes complete sense that it would have had trouble installing. Now, was that 1356 for 22H2? This one's for 22H2. So I'm going back to look at your original photo, bringing it up on screen now. And, oh, look at that. It was cumulative update for 22H2. You didn't have 22H2.
No.
Of course it didn't work.
Oh. So I guess by upgrading to the newer version, it probably will work.
Yeah, because all of these updates, they always say for version 21H2, 22H2, and if it's trying to install an update for 22H2, it's not going to work. How did it, how and why did it ever even download an update for 22H2 when you didn't have 22H2? Okay, Lawn Dog asks, so what we have learned through this exercise. I got to tell a little story. This was so, I cracked up at the pharmacy yesterday. I went into Vaughn's Pharmacy to pick up a prescription. My normal pharmacy is Kaiser Permanente, so it's unusual for me to go to Vaughn's. This was because I had a prescription for my dentist. It's not covered through Kaiser. So I went to use my health savings account card, which is a debit card or a credit card. Swiped it through the machine, tried it a couple of times. It kept asking for a PIN number. I never set up a PIN number. I run it through as a credit card. So a manager came over trying to help myself and the other person with it.
Yeah.
Well, on the screen, it's what it was saying, enter PIN, and I have no PIN. I was trying to, how do I make it do as a credit card? Well, RTFM, which usually for us around here means read the full manual, right?
Yeah.
Well, this was another instance of RTFM, but read the full message, because when the manager pointed out what the screen said, it said enter PIN code or enter for credit, meaning all I had to do is press the enter key to make it treat that card as a credit card. So the messages, what we have learned here is RTFM, and in this instance, read the full message. This failed to install. Now, if I had typed that into my notes, I don't know. I don't know if I would have noticed. I didn't have awareness that this computer was on 21H2. it should not be offering a 22H2 update for a computer that is on 21H2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's our installing at 20% for that 1356.
Oh, God.
Do we have predictions in chat? Who thinks this is going to work? I bet that was also for 21H2 at one point, but that was end of life. You need good RX, Doug. Additional to mail and calendar. I think that's a conversation between the two of them. A lot to do with conditioning when we're seeing. Yeah, one of the things, what is that field of science that does things like psychology science where confirmation bias, you see what you're expecting to see, read what you're expecting to read. And the same thing applies when we're dealing with our computer repairs. The pharmacy we use does not take good RX, does not take good prescriptions. We use them because they fix my mother's pill pack. The word assume comes to mind. Yes, Jim. The first time I learned the component elements of the word assume, where you got the first three letters and a single letter, then two letters, was I was being considered as a new employee in a computer training courses company back, 1989, something like that. And so I was sitting through a class that was being presented by another instructor to see how they do it. And he used that description to his students in the class. Don't assume anything, because when you do that, you make something out of you and me. We tend to memorize screens. We think we saw the same thing before, so we click on it. I don't know, computers are crazy over time. They do things they shouldn't do due to bad programming. Two things: don't post excessively in chat and RTFM. Local pharmacy, if it's weekend, I use Walgreens. Speedy says, great story, Doug. Such a Doug. How are we doing here? Installing 44%. I'm going to go bring up the other topics in today's list to see if there's something else I wanted to be sure to cover, or if there's any requests. So is this, that's the popped out chat. That's not the one I was trying to get to. I want to get to, where is it? Well, I'm going to have to use this one. No, that is the popped out chat. This one. Oh, well. Give it
Hey,
up.
Doc, I have all my Windows notifications turned off, and my Epic Games is still coming up.
Can you send me a photo of that?
It only comes up once a day.
Oh, okay, that'll be a no. I've got another idea for that then. Now let's go. Let me look at these. This is Tony's issue. That's the survey. Larry Davis regarding an Intel rapid storage driver. Maybe we'll hold that off to Monday. He sent me an email, and I don't recall noticing him in chat today. This is the RTFM story from Vaughn's Pharmacy, so I just covered that one. Alice, when she gets around to it, will give us the crystal disk info screenshot. Memory integrity for Big Beast, that's been on this list for a while, and Gary made a comment some number of weeks ago that took me down the right path, but I'm going to hold off on pursuing that until I have a convenient time. SUZUKI GT750 Water Buffalo, 7:17 p.m. Now, the thing there, do I want to go down that road? No, I'm not going to. That's not significant enough. Okay. I might hit that on a Windows Daily show. Oh, I wasn't showing those as I was reading through those.
Over computer, it might come up.
Actually, I can go ahead and do your DougBetts remote, Josh. And since we're going to have some wait time for this cumulative update, we can take a look at that because I have an idea where to go for that. Back to chat room. Read the fracking manual from Jim. That's another way to interpret the F. Quite lengthy to do the update, even for speedy machines. Talking about how long the update took. Find it under Epic, just uncheck the box. Josh needs a big hammer. Josh assists with auto run, so he's thinking it's in Epic, which could be. And that's not the direction I was going to go. So thank you there. All right, so Josh is here. Do a right click and choose start. I'm going to restart as a system service. He shouldn't have to click on a button for that, but maybe. Josh, is there a button on your screen waiting for you to click on?
Yeah, UAP will have to make changes for your computer. Allow these changes?
Yes.
Use account control, allow changes to make a bug. Yeah?
Yes.
That was like the reform one or more options, okay?
I did not understand what. Oh, yes. What if it's asking you another thing? Do okay. All right. Do you see me moving the mouse?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to start with Londog's suggestion to see if Epic Games is auto launching and is it visible in the taskbar. Yep, that's it right there, I think. Yep, Epic Games Launcher. So right click on that and we want to stop it from automatically launching, and I think it has a place within it to turn that off. We could go into Task Manager and take it off from there. I think Unreal Engine is their place, and then settings, enable offline, minimize system, run when my computer starts. Remove that check mark, and that should stop it from launching. And then we close that. It hasn't closed yet.
I would come back to Fortnite, but I don't want to play with Jake and not believing I'm staying away.
All right. That's curious that that won't close. I'm going to go back to the main panel on Epic Games. There it closed. Okay. Now that doesn't exit it right now. We come back to this icon, right click, and choose exit. And then we'll go into notifications and go to notification settings. Now Josh said he already checked in here. We'll take a look. Yeah, startup app notification. Okay, here's additional settings. What does that get us? No. Okay. And another place that I thought it could possibly coming from is if notifications are allowed in his browser for the Epic website. Do you have two monitors? Yeah, you do. So I'm switching to his other monitor because I think his browser might be over there. No.
Yeah, I have two monitors.
Yeah, it was on the other monitor. Yeah, and let's see, he's got the volume turned off. I'm going to press the escape key to get out of full screen mode for the video. And then come over to the three-dot menu on his browser, go to settings. I don't think it's going to be here, but we're going to check. Let's see, it was website settings, privacy search, I think is where it is. Somebody recognizes that I'm going the wrong direction. I'm trying to get to where I can change settings for particular websites. Let's look in Defenders, unwanted apps, typo, having to squint. Security. That's permissions. That's what I'm needing. Cookies and site permissions. There it is, site permissions. Somebody must have been yelling at me in chat for that. I will pretend that I saw your comment in chat and came to it. Now, let's see. Site settings, all sites, recent activity, all permissions. So here, all sites, click on this arrow to go look at the detail and see if there's anything here specifically for Epic, and there is not. And then we'll come back here and see for all permissions down here. If we go to notifications and see what the default is for notifications, ask first. So he's not going to get a pop-up notification for something from Epic without a prompt to ask first. And I think he'd actually have to be on that website to see it. So I think that's probably resolved, Josh. You'll let us know after a few days go by.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take your computer off screen. Let's see, take that back down there. And then back to Tony's computer. And we got a restart required, pending restart, pending restart. These are all pending restarts. So here we'll click restart now. Not resolved. Go back to Epic Launcher settings. I just hope checking the box within Epic menu does disconnect the advertising for dealing with advertising notification. You have done, let's see whose method solves a problem. I'll use auto runs and Josh. So Wintermute thinks I did not resolve it by go back to Epic Launcher settings. If the Epic Launcher is not even running in the system tray, even if there was a way to turn off notifications, it's not going to give him notifications as long as it's not running. I think what he's saying here is there's another setting to stop notifications, and perhaps that would be a good extra thing to do. So we still have Josh's computer connected. So Josh, I'm going to come back to your computer. Unless he has bailed. Nope, he's still there. He's watching something else.
No, we're pulling up a video.
Oh, all right. So then let's come back here to, I'm going to press Windows key, Epic. Looks like I have to switch to his other monitor. Here's the Epic Games launcher. That'll relaunch Epic Games. And he's saying that I need to scroll down further in settings, probably. Allows install while editors are running. Here's notifications. Those are not selected. Manage games. Allow auto updates. What was the message you were getting, Josh?
Come on when I first logged into the computer for today.
It was prompting for what? An update?
No, it would just bring up the Epic banner.
The Epic banner. All right. Well, I don't think that's an auto update issue. I think you're seeing the Epic banner because this was auto launching when you started the computer. I think I did.
Yeah, probably.
I think what I did will solve that. I'm going to see what Wintermute was referring to. It stays running by default.
Yeah, it's probably running by default without me clicking on it.
Well, Wintermute's saying it's still going to stay running by default. Oh, the launcher launching. So he's saying that Epic Games is still running even though the launcher isn't launching? That's run when my computer starts by turning this off, moving that check mark. We're saying we don't want Epic Games to be launching. Well, let's see if there's anything in startup apps. Go to Task Manager. I right-clicked on that taskbar and then select Task Manager. Then go to Startup Apps.
The banner would be black, and it would have white, and it would have blue. The button would be blue on the bottom.
All right. So looking through here to see if there's anything Epic Games. You guys are seeing this in better resolution than I am, so you've already found it if it's there. I don't see it.
No.
No. So Wintermute, do you have any other clarification? I don't. It looks to me like what I've done should solve it. Let's go exit Epic Games again. Now you say that was showing up when you restart the computer, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well then, is it okay for me to restart your computer right now?
Yeah, fine.
Are you in Zoom through your computer or your phone?
Yeah, I can flip to my phone though. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and restart it. You can come on your phone without. Oh, of course you are. I see your Zoom picture there. Lawn Dog, the Epic's launcher loads automatically in the background whether you see it or not, and it does take out some resources, so disabling it in auto runs might also help with system resources. Josh said he got notifications. Notifications are off. Then he said, well, no, what it was that he was getting a banner. So I think it was when he was restarting the computer, Epic Games would auto launch and he would get a banner. I don't think that was notifications. Yeah, impause. Okay, yeah, I understand Wintermute.
Oh God.
Tony, I heard that. What was that about?
I'm sorry. It just went up to 100% and uninstalled everything again.
Uninstalled everything?
Yeah, it's undoing all the changes.
Oh, which means it failed. Yeah, I'm showing that. I'm showing that on screen now.
Oh, okay.
Undoing changes, meaning that particular update. We already got to 22H2.
Yeah.
But that particular update was still failing.
Yeah, sure is.
Now, we never did clear out your, what's that, software installation folder, I think it's called, which has the previously downloaded files. So this 23H2 cumulative update for October, we saw it actually download, didn't we? Didn't actually say downloading and then installing?
I think if somebody goes back in DVR mode and sees.
Yeah. See, Zavi Manor says, push in Tony computer, stay on Windows 10 for now. It's rolling back probably because something is missing. This is where a tool I use in Windows 7 would come handy. No. Basically, it manually installs all the updates. Now, that could take a little while to do that.
Yeah.
Now, Zavi was pointing out I should push on the button to stay on Windows 10 for now. We did a restart, which would have been for that cumulative update.
Right.
And since I didn't click that stay on Windows 10 for now, could it have tried to install Windows 11? I don't think so, but I think that's why what he was yelling at me to do there.
Oh,
come off.
Yeah, same old. Yeah.
So this is Josh back. Oh, Wade Hess. I think that is, hello, Wade. I'll bet that is Sin Vicious. Are you Sin Vicious?
Yep, sir.
Yes, sir. Welcome aboard.
I used to like to use my gaming names online.
Yeah.
But reality is just showing up everywhere.
So I think it's Sin Vicious and Sin ? And now here in Zoom, I'm going to assume that's your real name, Wade Hess.
Yep.
All right.
I was trying to adjust my picture and messed around too much. Now it seems blown up. I can't get a good.
Oh yeah, this kind of zoomed in. All right.
Touch it anymore.
Well, welcome aboard. Did you have any topics to bring to the table, or just here to participate?
Well, I have topics all the time, but I'm fine just.
All right. Well, we're into overtime now, so we'll move along here and try to finish things up. So Tony's computer is rebooting again. It kicked me off of the remote connection. Yeah, this is Lawn Dog talking about his update tool from Windows 7. I'm not going to read out all that out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm caught up in chat.
Maybe I need to upgrade to 23, whatever it is.
Well, we did. Let's see. It's offering you Windows 11, so your computer is apparently capable of it.
Yeah.
We did upgrade to 22H2. There is no 23H2 for Windows 10.
Oh, okay.
It didn't come up. It must have been loading up on the computer, probably.
So, are you saying that banner did not come up?
Yeah, it didn't come up.
Okay, so it looks like we got it fixed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, so still, I've got we couldn't complete updates again.
Yeah.
I'm doing changes, don't turn your computer off. So I want to stay with this until we get see what it ends up with. But then we're gonna stop the pursuit for today, and okay. I will consider things more. And it's not, you're not critically at risk, particularly since you're now 22H2. Now in 21H2, were you critically at risk? People could make an argument for that, but you're in much greater risk stepping outside of your home on any particular day.
Yeah.
Okay. Ran Israel asking, doing a health and wellness check on Zavi Manor. I don't think it's personal health. I think it's regarding what's going on over there in Israel.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, best wishes to you. I think, Ran Israel, you're in Israel too, aren't you? I think. So I think it's not just your last name, but you live there too. All right, caught up in chat. Nobody has specifically requested any topics.
Okay. Huh.
I'm seeing you're still got undoing changes, Tony.
Yeah. I think I don't know if it's locked up or something.
Oh, no, don't do anything. Let it go.
I'm not going to do nothing.
Yeah, it's still working on it.
Oh, okay.
I have seen this take a very long time. Now, I know your computer is capable of Windows 11, so it's not going to be as long as what it would be on older, slower computers.
Right.
Now, if there actually is some storage trouble where your storage drive has a problem, that could make it take excessively long, but I do not want to give up on it. I mean, even if you let it run overnight, I would do that.
Oh.
And it's not likely to actually take that long, but if you excuse yourself mentally to let it go that long and not worry about it, I have found most often that it does eventually resolve itself.
Okay.
And if you interrupt it, the recovery could be more difficult.
Mm. There it is.
Oh, you got something? Oh, cleaning up, 100%. Very good.
No, I just got my icon in the blurred back. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
There we go. We got a desktop.
Yes.
I'm got you on screen.
Okay.
Still doing a little bit of startup, perhaps. We got a spinning wheel of wait once in a while.
Yeah.
Looks like it stopped. All right. I'm going to start with WinVer. Now, if we had looked at the specific build number, we may have been able to see a difference. If somebody wants to go back in DVR and see what our build number was, you could let us know in chat, but not necessary. Update settings. Now, the way that they can do that is to open another tab with the video and scroll back, and they can still be listening to the current state of the video. Then we'll go to update history.
There you go.
And there we got a failed 1356. So, and this is showing today's date.
Right.
And we actually here documented the sequence of the failure, is meaning it performs the update, downloads the update, shows us message that's installing, and then says it needs to restart to complete the install, and that's where it fails, and it realizes that it fails, and then it unrolls that update installation. Now, with that extra piece of information, I'll be taking my research a little bit further this week, and I see no worries at all of you continuing to use the computer between now and next Saturday if you're willing to try again next Saturday.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a winner.
Now let's go take. You're not going to put them on Windows 11?
Well, we could do that, but not now. If Tony and I might confer and might choose to do that, but that it's too early for us to commit to that. Now, we do see here that we are still unable to pause updates. I'm suspecting that there was problems happening for a long time that maybe, Tony, you just hadn't realized or noticed, and that's why
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why your pause or your delays are expired, because you were on 21H2, and I think the next step would probably be to manually download a older cumulative update.
Okay.
Since we just got you up to 22H2, we now see what specific version of 22H2 you're on. So what we could do is for instance, manually download and install a cumulative update for, let's say, July of 2023. So there we're doing an incremental update process, because right now it's trying to update from your fresh 23H2 that came from 21H2,
right?
And it's trying to do the October cumulative. So I'm thinking the next thing we'd want to do is go back a few months in the cumulative update. Okay?
Sure.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Next Saturday.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from Tony's computer and Josh's computer. And I have found that yes, Josh.
Couldn't help but notice when we were in Tony's computer, there was a switch on the top that said get recommended update for Windows. Or no, get recommended update from Microsoft. Is that supposed to be turned on?
I will look at that. I'll go back in DVR mode and look at that after we end the stream.
Okay.
There was a message up there for getting Windows 11.
Right.
And there was a link there. In fact, Tony, you could go ahead and click on that link that says stay on Windows 10 for now.
I don't see that, but okay.
You don't see that? It was on the Windows Update. It should be on the Windows Update screen. But if you don't see it, that's okay, as long as you don't volunteer to upgrade to Windows 11.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
click on that.
Yeah, I did.
Zavine Minor was pointing that out earlier, and I forgot to do it.
Okay. It's trying to update again or something. It's checking.
Yeah, it's checking again. Won't be worried about that.
Oh, what about this? What about this one that says download and install at the bottom? That's a new one, isn't it?
I'm not connected to your computer anymore, so I don't see it. It says download and install what?
It says a cumulative update KB 5031445.
1445. Well, that's a different number.
Yeah.
Maybe it has. Can you just send me a screenshot of that?
Yeah, I can take a picture.
Yeah, take a picture of it or a screenshot, and we'll pursue that next week.
Okay, I'm gonna probably have to disconnect.
What I'm talking about, though.
Okay.
Hold on a moment, Josh. I need one person talking at a time. Okay, I think Tony's working on something there. Go ahead, Josh. Say that again.
I said, you want me to send you a picture of what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah, do that.
Okay, there it is.
We're going to follow up on that later. Okay. Back to chat. Zavine Minor recommending do the full download and use it to fix the problem. So that'd be reinstalling Windows 10 20H2 on top of the existing. That certainly is a valid way to go.
I just sent a text.
Okay. Again, not going to pursue another direction now because I'm over time.
Okay.
So, but I'm just looking at this. Let's see, download and install cumulative update preview. No, let's not do that. I think that one would probably fail also because it's trying to install on your 23H2 Windows 10 22H2 that is not reasonably up to date with prior cumulatives.
Well, it's doing some of those right now. There's something about a broadband or something on that thing, on the version.
Does it? If it's the word broad at the end in parentheses, that's probably a security update.
Oh, okay.
And it just, the word broad, it's not broadband, it's just saying it's broad everybody channel. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that'll continue running on a daily basis.
Oh, okay.
So that's okay. You can let those continue installing.
Okay.
Okay. Local Windows Update Server. Let's see. Fast reading. And keep it sharp. Tony can do it himself in regards to that update, of course. Yeah, but he's willing to help give me content for the show and wait till next Saturday. As long as that's okay with him, I would appreciate that. All right, I've got the Zoom homies on screen right now. I'd ask you to say goodbye to the audience if William Dawson woke up for this. Thank you.
Sayonara.
All right, thanks for hanging out. Say goodbye, Zoomies.
Bye.
Goodbye. See y'all later.
All right. There we go. That is done. Sin Vicious in chat says, see ya, Dougley, do right. Some other goodbyes. There's the email address if you want to send a request or a question, something we can deal with on Windows Daily, or a remote connection on a Saturday. That's the email address to send to, or you can put a comment in any of my videos or ask live in the chat room. If you were around today trying to chat and you weren't able to, the way to get fixed for that is to put a comment on any of my videos. And that way I can make you an approved user. Let's see, that's not where I want to go. Oh, held for review. I just looked at the panel to see if anybody has asked that, and it has not happened today. So there we go. Have a great weekend, everybody. Goodbye.